Don't allow your brother to come to your house, sit down, cross his leg, and begin to order your wife around. I want to eat ugali today. Let him eat what is on the menu. If he doesn't eat it, let him go out. There are many restaurants around your house. He can eat there. If you don't want to lose your family, because your wife cannot have two husbands. Living means that you understand that there is authority that has been conferred on you to make your wife free to build your home. Authority that has been conferred to you to give your wife room and freedom to build what? Your home. Stop bringing her ideas of how your uncle raised his own children or how your mother raised you. That's how you want to raise your own children. She is not your mother. She cannot behave like your mother. She will not be able to. The question you need to be asking is, what is God's pattern for this marriage? So what a man ought to have is a vision. So the woman is coming. You have created room for her to join you and to become one with you. That room of being free is very important. When I got married to my wife, my father can be very disturbing, and especially when it comes to issues of money. So I needed to create room for my wife to build my home. So every time my dad would ask me for money, I'll tell him I don't have. Talk to my wife. That money is going to come from me, honestly speaking. But I'm trying to create room for them to know there is somebody in my life you can't bypass. Every time we went to visit my dad, I will take money, I will give to her, give to your father. He's not seeing. I will walk in that compound and behave as though I'm broke. And even if he will talk to me, oh, we need this. Okay. But I'll see what I can do. Now I don't have anything. My wife will turn around and go to him and give him something. Now, any day I appear in my father's house, if I open the door of the car and close it, and he will look back and say, where is my mother? Because he knows I am a stone. There is nothing that can be squeezed out of me. That has handed her place. Do you understand? It's freedom that I'm giving to her to build my home. So that my brothers and my sisters do not now think that we can cut deals that my wife is not involved. Now, if you think it is not serious, it will one day be the reason that will break your home. The day your wife will remember or not remember, will discover that you have a plot of land you bought with your brothers. She does not know. You have this and this. Some months ago, some years ago, I think 2 years ago, a friend of mine, very dear to me, came to me with a business plan, and we met in Thika, sat in a hotel, and we were talking, and the business proposal looked awesome. Then he made a mistake of his lifetime. He said, this is going to be our business. Our wives don't have to know about it. That idea died on that table. Let me tell you, men, it's difficult to keep a secret. You will have high blood pressure. How do you keep a secret from a woman who is in your life every single day of your life? Why do you want to suffer yourself like this? It takes memory to lie. You have to remember how you constructed your sentence 3 months ago so that you don't say anything, and women trust them, they can keep. They will remember word to word how you told them. So if this time round you are asked this question and they are not satisfied, they will keep quiet. It's not as though they are waiting for 3 months later to ask you the same question. If you repeat and add one word, you're in trouble. It takes memory to remember things. So please, but you don't need to remember truth. You don't need to remember. Truth remains truth constantly. You don't need to remember it. So that aspect of the journey to oneness is honesty. You need to let your spouse trust you. You need to be honest to each other. The Bible said, and they were both what? Naked. And they were not ashamed. Nakedness does not talk about intimacy and sex and all that. Not just that. They were both naked to each other. You're vulnerable to your husband and to your wife. You have a secret you're hiding from a man. What is more secretive than your own body? Somebody who has the authority to even stab you. They will wait for you in that moment that you're excited and you are not yourself. They will put a knife on your throat. Your wife can kill you and doctors will not trace what killed you. She will just need a little portion of poison on your food every day, and in 6 months you are gone. The doctors won't tell what killed you. And that's the person you're keeping a secret from. Same thing, your husband, you've given him the authority to do many things apart from you are lying or you're hiding something. Let me tell you, if there is one big cause of marriages breaking, of marriages not just breaking but losing flavor, people are together but they are separated. You see them, hata utawaona tu kwa supermarket wanafunguliana mlango, but visit them in their bedroom. Somebody is sleeping on south, the other one is in the east. One of the major causes of that is lack of trust. It is lies in marriages. It is people not understanding what it means to keep oneness. Truth is a key that God has given you as a couple to keep your marriage happy. If your wife cannot trust you, if your husband cannot trust you, then you are far away from blossoming. You need to be honest. They were both naked. You need to be vulnerable. Is there a weakness that you have that you need help? Just like the way, 2019 I forgot my wife's birthday, and the worst thing is that dragged me to the balcony and we were looking outside. So me, I'm wondering, what are we enjoying here now? And she looked at me and said, my God, I wished that the balcony would just separate and let me just enter. By the time I appear with a cake and a gift, like I had this thing figured out all the time. But man, there was no opportunity to do that. I forgot. But she knows. I've told her, this part of my life, you have to help me, or else I'll forget your children's birthday. I'll forget their names. It's not easy for me. You just had me asking how old is Deborah just now. I don't know why. It's part. I don't know. You have a weakness. You need your wife to help you. Be open with it. Don't try to cover up and be a man. That thing of be a man is a lie. Be a man to the world. Be a boy to your wife. Be a boy. I just forget this big manism that you want to carry around. Just be a boy. And when you do that, your wife will easily trust you. She will easily flow with you. Praise the Lord. Truth. Be honest. Lastly, I'm writing a book. It's called it's called The Marriage Class. It's called The Marriage Class. So when it's out, please buy it and read it. It's going to help you with the little things. Now, I'm not saying I am perfect, but there are a few things that I've learned from scriptures that have helped my life. Now, one of the most difficult things for me was to get married to somebody of a different culture. This is not just a Kamba marrying a Kikuyu. There is a way you can blend. At least amekunywa soup yenu, anajua inakaa aje, anaweza pika. I mean, all those things are just there. But marrying a Nigerian was out of the box. I needed an adjustment, and especially as a Meru man. Oh my God. I needed a tuning of my brain. Last thing is that you need to make sure that you're doing things together with you. Many of us have forgotten the act of romance. The only time you touch your wife is you're like a thief. Just you're done. Lift up your head, so ye gates, let the King of Glory enter. And when you disappear, why must you act like a terrorist with your own wife? Many of us have forgotten the act of romance. She just confessed to us that the last time she was sung for is some days back. It's been a minute. For some of us, it's not just song. It's been a minute that your wife saw you smile. She was not the one who offended you. Where you deal with the matatu conductor out there, leave your grudge with the conductor out there. Come home with a different face. You're coming to beat your sweetheart. Make sure that you are not forgetting the act of romance. What do I mean? There are men here. The last time you are ever in the kitchen is the day before your wedding, because they told you cooking is a work of women. You're lost. We need to give you a GPS location and bring you back to where there is life. When was the last time you just told your wife, today I want to be in the kitchen with you? And it may look as though it's not something, but let me tell you what it does to them. Have you tried standing in that kitchen for 1 hour and you are cooking for 2 people? Many times when I was a bachelor, I ate out because I don't understand why I should be in the kitchen for 1.5 hours and I'm the only person I'm cooking for. I mean, does it even make sense? I'm tired and the woman will be out with you the whole day. When you come back, hey, my legs are aching me. Can you give me hot water? They will give you hot water. You put your legs inside, and that woman will go to the kitchen and stand for another 1 hour. One day, subject yourself to it. You will appreciate that person. It's not for that alone. There is a way it creates oneness. This money that you're looking for, I heard somebody say, who lost it? Nilisikia mtu ameuliza, na hii pesa tunaamkanga kwenda kutafuta asubuhi, ni nani alipoteza? Maybe anaweza tupatia location, tuache kwenda everywhere, tuende in a specific place. This money you are looking for, Eric, will never be enough. In fact, the day you give birth to your first child, money goes down. The second one goes down. By the time they enter university, my friend, if you have not bought enough boxers, you will be in trouble. I pray that God will have blessed you with enough money that you will not be in that trouble. But I'm saying this, spare a little, enjoy life. Now you want to buy land. The one your father bought, can you go live there? Let me tell you, in his days, that was prime. I will not buy land with my children in mind. Will you tell my daughter to leave London and come and build in a land that father bought in Thika, in Kamagambo here? It will be a village to her. So if I'm buying to build a home big enough for them to sleep with my grandchildren. God will go with you where he's going with you. If you want to buy land in London, I'll have saved enough money for you. This is my contribution to you as a father. But not to buy land with them in mind. But I'm telling you, whatever it is you're struggling to do now, please spare time to live life with your wife. The last time you slept in a hotel with your wife was in your honeymoon. Is that true? Angaliane, mnafanya consultation. Ni sawa to consult. There's no problem. That atmosphere is different. Sasa pastor ameanza kuharibika, hata sijui kama ameokoka. It's different. One of these days, just get, how much is a hotel? 5,000. If you make it, at least, I'm saying the least. Kama unataka kwenda Viralosa ni sawa, haina shida. Wewe mazee chezea mahali unaweza. But if you want to go for the least, if you make it your priority this year, you have saved to buy a phone, you have saved to buy a sound system in your house, you have saved to buy a TV, you succeeded in all of those things, but you have not succeeded in taking your wife out. Na sijasema waende wapigwe. The essence of a class is so that pupils can graduate. So leo ni siku ya kusoma. Next time utatuambia report of how they are performing. But the truth of the matter is that oneness cannot be achieved unless you put a deliberate effort. And one of the things you need to do is do things together. Do things together. Some of us run businesses. If anything happens to you today and you're incapacitated, your wife does not know one supplier you talk to. She does not know one bank that has given you a loan. Nobody, nothing. That business dies with you. It's not the right thing to do. What's wrong with you going to meet your business partners and you sit down and say, sorry, gentlemen, this is my wife. She's in this business with me. At least for the first time. At least for one time. Let her face appear. Let her know who she can talk to if she needs talk. And you're in a place where you can be talked to. Are you with me? Do things together. Don't have investments that your wife is not aware of. It will kill your intimacy. It will kill your togetherness. Your unity is going to die because of it. The honest truth is that the journey of oneness has no end. Okay? Every day you keep discovering new traits, especially when it comes to women. You will keep on discovering them even at their old age. So as a man, you need to keep an innovative mind. You need to keep a flexible mind so that you can accommodate the new character you will learn 5 years from now. So for me, to you today, my prayer is that the love that God has ordained for us will not die. Take your wife out on a dinner date. Wacha watoto nyumbani. Na hiyo ndio makosa ingine watu wengi wanafanya. You're taking your wife out, then you carry the whole clan. Daddy nataka chips. Daddy huyo amenikanyanga. You are not out. You just shifted your dinner table to a hotel. If you really want to take your wife out, shut the children in the house with the nanny. Take your wife alone and go. Praise the Lord. A month or so ago, we met somewhere with my pastor friends, and we thought to ourselves, we need to give ourselves a treat and our wives. And immediately we created a WhatsApp group. We created an account. We are contributing money to take ourselves out. Because if you tell members that they should contribute money to take pastor out. They say, man of God, it's God who called you. Let God take care of your bills. So we are trying to contribute money so that at least one day or just 3 or 4 days in a year we can take our wives out and just go and enjoy ourselves, away from ministry, away from family. And we told ourselves that day, we said, no children in this trip. So oneness is a journey that is forever. Okay, please try as much as you can to love your wife. Try as much as you can to be kind to each other. Journey to oneness. So in the next episode of the Blossom Couples Night, I will maybe give you the other 5 points that have been left. Praise the Lord.